Alright, y'all. It's another one. Today's July 30th, and basically, we're going to be talking about three stories. The first one we're going to be focusing on is pretty much, as we talked about in the last video, Kamala Harris is running for president, but she's still vice president. And as you know, as president elections are continuously being promoted, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are uh, under those brackets, pretty much under the bracket of presidential elections. And basically, since Kamala Harris is still a vice president, basically what's happening is that ever since she decided to run for president, basically what happened was that some of the people that were running for some of the people that were running for vice president, they dropped out. They dropped out of the election, and basically decided not to run for president. And basically, there are some new people that want to take over and run for vice presidents. So basically, be on the lookout for that. But again, that's pretty much the story. So if you want to know more details, just go on Google and type vice president nominee drops out of the race or something like that, and you'll know more details about that. The second story that we're going to be talking about today is I have it here somewhere. Shit. So the second story that we're going to be talking about today is pretty much Norah O'Donnell basically dropped out of the TV anchor. Well, not dropped out, but she resigned. She got promoted to a different job, but she was a TV anchor since, I believe, 2019, and she was going to continue. She was going to continue to be, a TV anchor for CBS News in the evening, and it turns out that now she's going to be a correspondent, and she's going to be interviewing people from different parts of the world. So right now, she has on the lineup, she has Pope Francis, and she's going to be interviewing him. And basically, that's for Norah O'Donnell. Of course, this happened after the CEO, the president of CBS, pretty much got replaced by two guys. I believe it's Shell and this other guy. But that's the story. She moves up. Instead of being on the evening news, she's gonna be in a more detailed spot and pretty much promote pretty much detailed interviews instead of being the face of the news. So with that said, we're moving on to third story, which is pretty much about sports. So the Hawks, they did a two-way contract with two players. They are making some modification to one of the players that they currently have, and they're signing in another player who is a really good option for them. Uh, Again, the basketball player is he's about 6'9". So again, yeah, it's gonna be a good addition for the Hawks. And basically, with that said, you have three stories there. Give me a follow, a like, and a share, and of course, also remember to subscribe to the channel. It's latest synth, and with that said, comment down below and let me know what you think of the video. If you have any questions, any constructive criticism, let me know. Give it a thumbs up, and of course, remember it's three stories that we talked about today. Pretty much, we talked about the first one of the vice presidents, well, not vice presidents, but one of the persons or guys that was running for vice president dropped out of the race. The second story, TV news anchor gets promoted into a different job. She pretty much leaves her current job, resigns, and moves on to a better job, as they say. They still don't know who's gonna replace her, but I mean somebody's gonna replace her. And the third one is pretty much the third one is the signing of a player to the Hawks, and pretty much the modification of a current Hawk player. And of course, remember, teams, in basketball teams right now, they're really large teams, and they've always been like that. But today, a little bit of more competition. A side note, the Olympics, 1924, about 3,000 athletes. Update 2024, there's about 12,000 athletes right now. And of course, those two statistics were taken out were taken into consideration because it's in France. The 1924 Olympics happened in France, and the 2024 Olympics also happened in France. With that said, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and of course, it's until next time.